What is going on, world? I am your host, the young man Nuke, and this is Fresh Radio, where I bring you family revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Listen, I'm up and at 'em this AM, and just came back from the gym. Got me a nice little workout on. If you haven't been to the gym in the last I'm gonna be generous. If you haven't been to the gym at all this year, man, look, get down on the ground, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, do some jumping jacks, do some running mans, do some spring thingers, do whatever it is. Get up, get active, get motivated. You dig? Or get active, get up, motivate. In some type of order. Put that in the order that works best for you. But you got to get some activation on in your life. You got to move around, shake this little form that we in. Because I'm telling you, dude, like the enemy don't want us to be at our tip-top physical condition. Man, I'm telling you, like the food that we eat, the things that we put into our brains, the things that we put into our bodies, our minds. You dig? It all affects our spirit. So, man, get up, get active, and I'm telling you, you'll feel better. I was in a very, very depressive state before I started going back to the gym. And it took less than a week for me to start coming back into form. So if you've been a gym rat in the past and you stopped going for whatever reason, man, give yourself 14 days, and you'll notice the difference. You'll notice that you are coming back. And I feel it. I definitely feel it. I've had some injuries. I've had some excuses. I've had just some any negative thought process about being active. I've had that. Trust me when I tell you, stop. Get back in the gym. Get back active. Do some push-ups. Do some sit-ups. Do some cardio. My next move is doing this jump rope. I'm gonna do this jump rope for about like 10 to 15 a day, and that's the next step for me. I just need to, like I said, get physical, for real. So that's my motivation for this this current day right here. Anywho, I'm, man, just doing the best that I can to make sure that I can maintain and be prosperous. So I'm going to be feeding my mind a couple of different things after I get up off of here. I got to upload some videos. I got to make some things just crack and make some things shake. It's not uncommon for me to slip off into a depression and just allow my life to go into a disarray. But there's certain aspects of my life that I cannot. I'm a parent, and I cannot allow certain things to continue. So, it's a struggle every day, and just let it be known that I'm here not only with you, but I am here for you as well. So yeah, man, just man, be thankful, be grateful. That's it. Let's see. I know my son got surgery coming up in a couple days. Got to get up at 5:00 in the morning. That's so wild and ridiculous. But either way, anything for my baby boy. If anybody out there who suffers from what they call it, sleep apnea, or if you stop breathing when you sleep, if you snore real loud, man, go get that checked out. Go get that checked out. And I know it's hard to say if you don't have any insurance, but man, definitely if you don't get it checked out now, there's a good chance that you won't have life moving forward, and I would hate for that to happen, for real. My son has what they call enlarged adenoids. I cannot spell it. I did not know what an adenoid was until I got my son checked out, and his enlarged adenoids are blocking his nasal sinus cavity and are preventing him from receiving the optimal level of air, oxygen, while he is in a resting position, inclined. Is it inclined? Vertical or horizontally? Yeah. So, getting that checked out for him and getting him the surgery that he needs so that he can move forward, and we'll see what happens. He gets a whole week off of school, which is ridiculous to me, but, it's necessary. I got to get him some medication. So, Walgreens, I got my number. Matter of fact, while I'm speaking on that, Let me get this medical card. Put it in my wallet. Yeah, I be doing things. I be doing. Not only do I be doing things, I be doing the most. And that's going to lead me to what I got to say right now. Man, write things down. If you're not writing things down, man, take the time to write things down. Get it out of your mind. Put it in front of your face so your eyes can see it. And that will help you to better circumvent and attach to what you got going on. So write these things down. Get it out of your mind. That way it doesn't get lost in the shuffle of everything else that you got going on in your mind. If you're anything like me, might have ADHD, might have AHEDDEADDD. That's some other hyperactive interdimensional hyper deficit disorder. That's what I got sometimes. And yeah, I just want you to know that I am on a constant quest and on a constant forward movement process thing that I've been trying to make sure that I'm, man, just like I said, moving and operating at the optimal level. So yeah, that's goals right there. Man, if there's any parents out there, please, and I know that you're going to the same struggle that I am, but if there are any parents out there that can help me help my children to get up in the morning, what is going on? Why won't these children just get up? Why won't they know every Monday through Friday that they have to get up. Like, man, and I call myself being the good dad and allowing them to sleep in as long as I can, but like, dog, when it's time to get up, it's time to get up. And then they be mad because I be like, man, y'all didn't get up early enough for me to fix y'all breakfast and for y'all to eat breakfast. I am not rushing. Y'all need to get up, get y'all situations together, and then inquire about what do you want to eat. But for the most part, like baby boy, he'll get up. Like you ran clean into the wall today. That was so funny. But I didn't laugh in front of his face. I think I did though. Yeah, I think I did. But like, man, look, he walking around with his eyes closed. So like, yeah, come on, man. My other boy, he wants to sleep until like they got to get up out of this house 8:45 so I can have a day. And he wants to sleep until like 8:20. Come on, dog. Like, what's going on? What's really going on? Like, why would you do this to yourself? Not only to me, but to yourself. So like, yeah, I just, in all honesty, man, just want to make sure that I can get a little bit of help, just a little bit of help from any parent out there who might have a little bit of information about how to get these children up and active and running in the morning. Like, yeah, I need that. I really, really, really need that. That would be awesome for me. And yeah, so man, talk to me. I'll talk back for sure. Anyway, a lot of people probably don't know this about me because I just don't have the time to do that. But man, I like to play video games. I really do. I like to sit down and do nothing. I don't watch movies. I did finish that TV show. If I didn't tell you about it, I did finish that TV show, Pantheon, whatever. The show on Netflix. Look it up. It's an anime. I think it's an American anime. Actually takes place majority in Sacramento, California. It's crazy. But man, it follows the story of this little girl and her mom who lost her dad and her significant other, and he worked for a company whose their thing was to upload the bio brain into a digital form so that the person's consciousness can still remain in the digital space indefinitely. Okay. And there's a whole entire story about that. And I'm telling you, when I say that, it is very, it's interesting. It really is. The story has a lot of twists and turns. It takes about like 3 or 4 episodes for it to really start hitting its stride. But once it gets there, yes, I'm telling you, it's very well much worth it. If you're like, I like suspense and psychological thrillers and Not too much of a horror fan or nothing like that, but the suspense and psychological thriller part, as well as the technological aspects of it, I really thoroughly was entertained by it, and I was. And then the ending was interesting. I don't like taking. I can't even say that. I won't even spoil it to that effect. But the ending was interesting, and I'll say it like this, man. Man, keep God in your life. God is a physical thing. I am of probably the small percentage of the population who believes God is a woman and a female entity. But that's neither here nor there, because God, as we know, is a spirit creature, and the spirit creature is neither male or female. So, I just don't like the fact that a lot of times people be like, God is him, God is he, and God does his thing and all these other things. I just I like to think of God being in the feminine aspect. So that's been me for a very, very long time, and it's just the fact that when you think creation, men typically don't create, but women do. So boom, there's that, and take that for whatever you want to. But that's just me getting a little bit theological on y'all. But either way, man, check out that show, Patreon, Patron. Either way, it's on Netflix, and I'm telling you, it's was it 2 seasons, 8 episodes each, about 40 minutes each episode. And I spent the last 12 hours watching that junk, and it was dope. I give you that review. And from people that know me, know I don't watch TV or nothing like that. I did thoroughly enjoy that. But back to what I was talking about, the video games. So I'll be playing these video games, dog, and I haven't really. Oh man, when was the last time I picked up the video game? Whew, it's been a minute. Honestly, it's been a minute. Weeks at this point. Matter of fact, maybe it's been. Did I play video games when? Maybe about 2-3 weeks ago, I played the video game for a little bit, man. I had a lot of free time. I'll get into that one day after I get done with this court case. But I just read that the video game sequel to one of the dope video game, Hollow Knight, is being released. Waiting on a release date so that I can get more excited. But I really like that game, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight Silk Song is apparently being released on April 29th. And, that's neither here nor there, but that's the closest thing that I got going on right now. And either way, I heard that it's going to be an announcement thing is going to be released on June 8th at the Xbox Game Showcase. So a couple other different games, Gears of War's collection, the Minecraft Dungeons 2, Ninja Gaiden 4. You dig? But I'm really actually interested in that Hollow Knight Silk Song. And it's been announced since 2019. I think that's around the time I actually beat the original Hollow Knight. And I was late to the game, so it just is what it is. But I don't have the money to spend on video games, but I do got that Xbox Game Pass, and when it comes in the Game Pass, I'm gonna check it out, at least, and try to spend a couple hours on it if I like it. I mean, if I don't, just to test it out. But if I like it, then I play video games for the story. So I'm definitely interested in this story. The story was pretty dope in the original Hollow Knight. So yeah. But yeah, I just figured I'd let those that matter know about this particular matter, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, other than that, I am really working with AI now. I've been allowing my man's, we call him Sin. My man Sin, he was like, treat AI like Jarvis, like Tony Stark's treats Jarvis. Let it be there and let it be your accompaniment. And that's what I've honestly been doing. Definitely scared to use AI. Technology is just going to just overrun us, you dig, if we allow it. You've seen The Matrix. You've seen Terminator. You've seen iRobot. You've seen these movies where the machine just takes over and next thing you know, we sitting here looking stupid. So like, yeah, that's what I've always felt like that to a degree. Not saying that the machines are always going to take over, but I just felt like that humans rely too much on the machinery and not enough on their biomechanicals to do things. So yeah, I'm really, I don't know how I feel about that, but it just is what it is. But I have been using the AI to help me in my journey to just to better. I don't talk to people. Like, that's why I'm so comfortable talking into this microphone, because I just don't talk to people. I have guests on my show, but I don't need a co-host. My co-host, for me to do this, my co-host couldn't come off the top with the family revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show, like how I do. I would have to have a whole nother different setup to do that, and I do. Me and my man Boulevard Slam, me and Slam, we got our own podcast, Brother to Brother, and we're working on doing more episodes. He was working on waiting on me to get my act right. And I finally got my act right now, so like, yeah, it's going down in that degree, and I will be doing more material with him in the coming months, in the coming weeks, in the coming days. Honestly, I got a meeting with him a little bit later, so yeah, that's what it is. I just don't. No, I just got to get better. I got to do better. I got to do more, and that's on me, really and truly. I don't know. We'll just figure it out, So, man, listen, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, random outbursts, or excitements, just holler at me in one of the comments down below or on the social media over there, NUKNOE, Threads, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you dig? Man, wherever else that you have a social media, I'll be trying to have them all, but I don't be using them all. I only use about 3 or 4 of them at a time. I'm even on Reddit. I like Reddit. I used to like Reddit, but Reddit, Reddit is a cesspool for racism, and there are some dope people over there, but in the same breath, there's some horrible people over there in Reddit. But yeah, I like Reddit too, and I'll just be everywhere. So man, wherever you are at, wherever URL. NUKNOE. Follow me on all of those social medias. Tap into the website. Get the poetry book, NUKNOE.com. The poetry book drawn poetically. You dig? The poetry of Tommy Lee Lewis. And check out the royalty collection guide too. If you're a music artist out there, if you're someone in the music industry and you want to know more about royalties and collecting royalties, I plan on writing a couple more books like that. Just based on my knowledge, not saying I'm the most knowledgeable, but I'm definitely the most thorough when it comes to what I do know. I like to really make sure that I'm doing the service to myself before I do it to others. And I read on a post. I shared a post on Instagram the other day. It was like, there are people out there who are giving the wrong information confidently, super confidently. So if you got the right information, man, you should be just as confident as those people. I'm paraphrasing, but that's kind of like the level that I'm at right now. I know that I feel that I'm just not doing enough, but I'm doing the correct thing great enough that it's the correct thing. So yeah, with that being said, with that being the case, check out the royalty collection guide. Check out, man, listen, I'm still fundraising. I need about $2,000, $3,000. And, I got to pay for my lawyer. This is an expense that is, what is it? It is an expense that I knew was coming up, but I definitely am ill prepared to afford it. I'm just glad that the summer is coming along. But even then, even though the summer is about to be done, I need to get on my Grizzy. I got to get on my Grizzy. So like, yeah, blah 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 blah. I also would like to thank. I don't know. I think that's probably about it. Yeah, follow me on the social medias. Tap into the webpage. Follow me on the links NUKNOE.LINK. You dig? That's where all the links are. The webpage, the Drawn Poetically, the royalty collection guide, and all of my social medias, even my blog. I got to get back on my blog again. My blog is real sensitive because I got a Judas watching my every movement on my blog because I get real personal on there. And, I get personal on here to a degree, but, I get very, very personal and intimate on my blog. And I can't allow people to, certain individuals to read that type of stuff because it can be used against me in the court of law, which is interesting. But, so yeah, man, but just tap into what I already put down there and you'll kind of get the idea of what's going on. And then, if there's anything else that you had in mind, you want to get down and get you an interview or whatever, man, holla at me and UKNOE, and we can get this thing started. You dig? I appreciate everybody out there listening to me rant and ramble on this glorious morning. Man, you have an awesome rest of your day whenever you're listening to this. Even if you're listening to this a month from now, please, 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 please have an awesome day. And yeah, you be smooth. This is the young man Nuke with Fresh Radio, and I brought you the Family Revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Peace.